Let's talk about one of the most remarkable animals on the entire planet, the pangolin. I mean, look at it. It's this shy, nocturnal mammal covered from head to tail in these incredible keratin scales. That's its greatest defense. But here's the thing, the great paradox, those very same scales and the powerful ancient beliefs humans attach to them have become the exact reason it's in so much trouble.
So how on earth did this happen? How does a creature that's so elusive that most of us will never ever see in the wild become the single most trafficked mammal on Earth? Well, the answer isn't simple. Not at all. It's a really complex story that weaves together ancient myths, powerful cultural practices, and a devastating modern global crisis.
And the stakes? They honestly couldn't be any higher. Just look at this. According to the IUCN, every single one of the 8 long-recognized pangolin species is threatened with extinction, and 3 of them are critically endangered. That is just one tiny, fragile step away from being gone forever. This is the reality we're dealing with right now.
Okay, so to really understand the why behind this crisis, we've got to zoom in. We need to go from these big global numbers to a very specific, very personal cultural context. So let's take a trip to the Usangu Plains of Tanzania, where running into a pangolin isn't about money, it's a profound spiritual moment.
You see, for the Sangu people there, a pangolin is a messenger. It's a sign from the ancestors. Its appearance is seen as a promise of good fortune for the whole community, as long as they follow the proper rituals. This gives the pangolin a value that has absolutely nothing to do with cash. It's a value that's rooted in deep reverence.
And the ritual itself is fascinating. It unfolds in 3 distinct stages. It all starts when a pangolin supposedly chooses a person and follows them home. Then there's a period of confinement, where the pangolin's every move, even its tears, is interpreted as an omen for rain and for a good harvest. Finally, the ritual ends with the animal being buried with the full honors of a chief. This isn't just about respect. This is profound reverence.
So, this Tanzanian ritual, it shows us something fundamental about us as humans. It's about how we observe an animal's unique traits and then translate those observations into these incredibly powerful systems of belief. You could call it the logic of myth.
Okay, now check this out. In Tanzania, some hunters might wear pangolin scales believing it makes them invisible, just like the elusive animal itself. Now travel halfway across the world. In traditional Chinese medicine, the scales are used to unblock channels in the body, just like a pangolin tunnels through the earth. These cultures are worlds apart, but the thinking behind it, the core principle, is identical. It's a concept called analogical reasoning.
And this idea is captured perfectly in the pangolin's Chinese name, Chuan Shanja. It literally means mountain piercer. The belief is baked right into the name itself. The animal's incredible ability to burrow through anything is seen as a power that can be literally transferred to a person through medicine. So this is the cognitive engine that's driving so much of the demand. It's the belief that by consuming or using a part of the pangolin, you can actually acquire its incredible abilities for yourself, whether that's for protection, for invisibility, or for healing. It's a really powerful and, a deeply human way of seeing the world.
All right, so now let's zoom back out, because this is where that reverence turns into a crisis. When you take these deeply held local beliefs and you plug them into a massive global market, well, the logic that once revered the pangolin gets twisted into a force that now threatens its very existence.
And the crisis is escalating in a truly tragic way. Get this, we are now discovering entirely new species of pangolin, not in a remote forest, but from confiscated scales in the illegal wildlife trade. We are literally meeting them for the first time only after they've become victims. They are likely already critically endangered before we even know they exist. It's heartbreaking.
And the sheer scale of the fight against illegal wildlife trade is just immense. Pangolins are just one of over 40,900 species of plants and animals that are regulated under a big international agreement called CITES. Now, CITES has different levels of protection. The 8 established pangolin species, they're on what's called Appendix I. That means all international commercial trade is banned, period. It's the highest level of security there is. But here's a potential problem. The pangolin genus as a whole is on Appendix II, which is less strict, and that could be a huge issue when we're discovering new species not in a jungle, but in a smuggler's warehouse.
So all of this brings us to a really critical crossroads. If belief is at the very heart of the problem, could a deeper understanding of that belief also be part of the solution? Can we move conservation beyond just law enforcement and really start to tackle the root causes?
The way forward might mean working with cultures, not just fighting against them.
It's not about ridiculing beliefs. It's about strengthening science education while also respecting communities. It means building on positive traditions, like the reverence we saw with the Sengu people, or local taboos against killing pangolins, and actually weaving that local wisdom into modern conservation efforts.
So ultimately, the pangolin's fate is completely tied up in the stories we tell about it. And to save this incredible creature, maybe we need to do more than just fight a trade. Maybe we need to truly understand the profound power of human belief, and then ask ourselves how we can start to shape new stories, ones of coexistence, respect, and hopefully survival.